Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up? I'm Mark. Can you hear me? Hold on, let me. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, he's here. Alright, you got it. Alright, here. Hello, Mark. Hello, Mark. Marcel. Can you hear me? Oh. But that's fine. I'm gonna jump out. You guys are gonna be on one camera. I'm gonna be in the other, and we will also in the grill. Myself in the grill and everything. Just give us a moment, please. Oh. Oh, gee.
Something to do during the pandemic that you can do from home. Like, yeah, sure. How is the
Yeah, well, the government has been trying their like best to manage things, but how do you manage that? I mean, that is the tool. So now you have to sort of give and take. So, you know, we are having cases not on a level where it's sort of being, managed.
well, that's good. It's good to
So we're still waiting for AC to come in. Now she is on the west coast, so she is expected to be slightly late, but that's fine. Um, yes. So sorry, we did lose our connection for a second, so the broadcast was lost. But I'm glad that you guys continued talking. So I guess you about yourself. Have you introduced Marcel? Have you introduced yourself to Mark or to the audience, please?
Well, yeah, well, I'm a university lecturer. I do research on cannabis. I'm a horticulturist. My area of research was focused on tropical fruits and vegetables from PhD work. And since decriminalization, having been growing cannabis for like 20 years, I can contribute meaningfully to the research and development of such a sector here. So I am the vice chair for the Bureau of Standards Cannabis Technical Committee. We drafted three standards that has been published: a cultivation standard, a processing standard, and a packaging standard. Published papers in terms of the Caribbean, Jamaica, cannabis work, and yeah, we do breeding with stabilized strains. We look at the efficacy throughout the cannabis value chain. How do we maintain environmental stewardship, but while in the same time main, main, maintaining proper health and safety, protocols. So
Right
that
on.
pretty much sums it up.
Right on, excellent. When we have our regulations and standards meeting tomorrow. In fact, we are going to be meeting with someone from the Bureau of Standards. If I'd known, I would have asked you to join that as well. If you're free tomorrow morning, you can jump in if you wish. Well, thank you very much for that. And Mark, let me bring you back in here as well. So, well, I guess today we're still, like I said, AC is going to be a little bit late. So I guess today we wanted to talk a lot about, well, a little bit and a lot about cultivation. Um, I, well, okay. I guess the first thing to do is let me ask you, Marshall. Well, first of all, Mark, you've been to Jamaica before, but have you been to like some of the farms and so on and all that?
I haven't toured like any, like private farms or anything like that. I have been to a couple of places around Runaway Bay,
Okay.
and to be honest, I have the first one coming off my head for outdoor growing in Centinela and the size of the island and knowing the ability for pollen to spread on a beautiful Caribbean breeze for up to, several kilometers, up to 20 to 25 kilometers from what I've read. In Jamaica, keep from their outdoor plants from being pollinated and going to seed.
Right, so that's a very interesting question, and I will answer that in twofold. We have definitely seen what a pollen can do based on the hybridization that Jamaican cannabis. Whereas, back in the 1970s, 1960s, we like all grew narrow leaf drug types, which would flower for for like 50 to 70 weeks. But now, cannabis throughout, Jamaica is really dominated by a sort of hybridized version where it flowers between like 8 to 10 weeks. So what? This is a result based on the level of hybridization that took place where in the indica sort of more cultivars hybrids came in, AK-47 and skunk. Those are the three that stand out to me. And what happened is these seeds came from Holland, and they actually came for practical reasons because of the heavy law enforcement and eradication. That plant, if you plant it from seed, you would have it harvested within like 12 weeks. So it would stay very small because the Jamaican climate is really a 12-12 photo period throughout the year. So the plants don't veg. Whereas now, in terms of contrast to the narrow leaf drug types now, they have a longer flowering time, so they will grow and develop a little bit more biomass before going to flowering. So you could see the level of hybridization in Jamaica. There is only one pocket in Jamaica where you could possibly find narrow leaf drug types, which is the 9 Mile St. Anne. And the reason for that is because they like rub the plant, so you can't use a short flowering time plant just for practical reasons. But moving forward, styles where you have people growing from more feminine seeds, growing from clones, that sort of mitigates the whole condition. And if you grow cannabis, you're really growing it for the female. What happens within more traditional cultivators is they have issues with their genetics because they would see the pure males and be able to cull them as soon as they see them, but they don't necessarily as well as the males. So what happens, you tend to have hermaphrodite pollen.
Sorry, excuse me, real quickly, some of the viewers, but that's fine. I wanted.
Traditional growth cannabis, you would see seeds in there. So there's 90% chance that this was a pollinated
Sorry, Marcel.
but a hermaphrodite. So those hermaphrodite genes perpetuate generation after generation. So if a traditional farmer is equipped with 100 seeds, possibly 50 going to be hermaphrodite, and you're doing it 100 seeds, you're going to have to cull 75. So it really shows you how stabilizing genetics and sort of trying to, develop cultivars that could, proliferate more. This is what the farmers would need to help them, and they also have suffered from some type of virus. So, and those things can be transmitted through pollen. So it is important that farmers practice due diligence when you're cultivating. So within cultivation belts where you have high concentration of farmers, transfer cross pollination is definitely a threat. But the more licensed dispensary growers, they more invest in feminized seeds and they have infrastructure to maintain mother and asexual propagation.
You answered my second question there as well from the veg time, knowing the climate there. And knowing
Excuse me. Hi guys. Are you guys hearing me?
Year round.
What's up, Mark?
It's interesting
Not
because,
hearing me at all.
because of the climate, you guys actually look for varietals of cultivars that are different from what we look for here in Canada, because we have such a short growing season. Even those who grow indoors like myself, end season is really from like August till the end of September. We really only have 8 to 9 weeks to plant the flower, so we're looking at those. I hate the term indica and sativa, but those broadleaf drug type plants that have a shorter flowering period, because if they go into October, they'll freeze and die.
Right.
Yeah, and same with indoor growers, right? Because they want plants that'll stay short. We can't grow plants that'll grow 6 feet tall because we're limited by height and where the lights hang and so on and so forth. So it's interesting to see how, depending on where you are in the style of growing, it's an indication, it's proof that you need to tailor what you're growing to your style and your.
I can actually say to you, you need to know what is your end product. Are you growing for fine finished flour? Are you growing for oil,
What's
concentrate?
up? You ready to jump in?
Depending on that, it would make an informed decision
Hi.
of what. So recently, my
Hi, what's up? You ready to come? I see
a
you
plant
in
that has more indica characteristics and a plant that has narrow leaf drug type, long flowering time, and the bed dimensions were 33 feet wide by 30 feet long. And these, and we would put about 20, 25 plants within that bed, and these plants of the both cultivars were fed for 6 weeks and then transplanted out within the flowering bed. And the data was very contrasting based on significant. At a more indica short flowering time, we got about 4 to 5 pounds from that one bed. The narrow leaf drug type that went on to flower for 15 to 70 weeks, we actually got 14 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
greetings.
To grow, and if you're got that long flowering cycle, it's going to continue to grow during that flowering cycle. So that's where the extra yield is coming from.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Are you guys hearing me all right?
Sure.
Yeah. Hello.
Yep, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Were you hearing me before when I was? Did you?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I tried something else. Anyways, AC's around, so she's gonna jump in shortly, to join the conversation. Oh. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. No problem. All right.
So
AC having an issue with their camera. So go ahead, finish up, and then we'll just get started. In fact, I'm gonna go talk to AC real quick. She's having problems with her camera. She's in the room but having problems. You guys continue. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, that was me on Tuesday. I get it.
yeah.
Okay.
And the fact that we are in an equatorial climate where, humidity is high, temperature gets, really
I'm
high.
trying to add you.
The polyploidy hybrid, genetics, definitely were, tailored for more indoor type, cultivation. So growing some of these strains within the tropical climate, outdoor, there are definitely different, challenges that we have to face. Like when I do hunting, in terms of looking for the best possible mother plant to have. If the plant has big, dense bud, it's a total reject, because at the level of, mold and botrytis, you just wanna lose, because every morning you wake up in the Caribbean, the grass is gonna be wet. That means there is 100% moisture based on the night dew during the night, So the more airy buds, not too airy, but in between, gives a better chances,
Yeah, and you know what, that makes perfect sense to me. When I'm growing indoors, I'm looking for the exact opposite because I've got complete control over the environment, right? So I can keep my relative humidity at 40 to 50%, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I can't grow tall plants. So I want really chunky buds to make up the yield that I'm losing from having to grow small plants.
Yes.
Right? So it's interesting to see how we're literally looking for the complete opposite of within our environment to perform the best. That's really cool to know. And that airiness obviously is going to add more airflow to the flower, allow it to dry off more quickly. I'm not going to get botrytis setting in like it would if you just left.
I thought I sent the Zoom link. Let me. I
Yeah, so what
backup. Let me
I
send you. I'll
always
send
tell
you.
people the market, the legal market here is pretty much dominated by foreign direct investment. So I have people from Canada, in terms of in terms of canopy, like, I wanted to fly in and play with 2,000 clones, you know, so, and the greenhouse wasn't that suitable based on the temperature, flow, and certain things. So, in terms of, you can't expect to replicate a blueprint in a temperate climate and bring it within the tropical place with the same, genetics, same soil, same growers who never spent a day within the tropical sun to really understand the innovation of the different styles to really get commercial yields and the issues with like that is really how like do you know understand your like market, what is it you are trying to grow and what is it you are trying to achieve based on biomass. In the tropical country, like here we have the natural sun. So one of the biggest criteria would be to reduce your energy cost and rely on radiation as much as possible. So we have significant concerns fetching. So if you extend the day slightly, you could get a bigger veg plant and flower the plant naturally within the sun. But what we need, what our energy consumption bill should really focus on is more post-harvest and storage. Because it's where things can go really climate because the level of heat and temperature fluctuations could really damage your product significantly post-harvest.
That's actually a wonderful point. That another question that came to mind for me is like when I try and cure my product, I'm obviously doing it in a temperature controlled environment. But for the average Jamaican, that's probably impossible. So how does one in Jamaica dry and cure their product to ensure, especially with the amount of humidity and dew in the morning, like I'm thinking if you're drying in a shed or outside and you're you wind up a bowl.
Yeah, and that has been a significant challenge based on, cannabis itself to be brown in color, you don't get the herbs, you don't get flavor, because you are, destroying those trichomes.
Yeah. Terpenes being the most volatile compound on the plant, they're gone first, right? And they don't come back. Once they're gone forever. And especially with you guys flowering the plant for 15 plus weeks, you put all that work into your plant, and then you dry it, and it turns brown and smells like hay.
Right. So what I always tell my students and stuff, you are trying to grow a temporary plant in a tropical climate. That is really what it is, right? And everything you grow cannabis for is this trichome plant. The trichomes maintain a certain efficacy when they are preserved at a certain temperature and humidity because they adhere for a particular reason on the plant to preserve that seed to prevent anti-herbivory. So everything you grow cannabis for is in those trichome glands. So once you harvest that plant, everything you do now is to preserve the integrity and efficacy of these glands. So what happens in the tropical climate is the temperature fluctuation sometimes within the day will go higher than 30 degrees Celsius. So within that now, the trichomes, the larger pulverous trichomes, which you really want to preserve, that really synthesizes the cannabinoids, terpenoids, flavonoids, those tend to melt and fall off the plant. And then you get, the high CBN because of the heat, the oxidation taking place, converted it into isomeric forms such as CBN. And we know CBN gives that more lethargic euphoria. Cannabis within Jamaica, traditionally grown, traditionally cured and stored, tends to have a higher concentration of, CBN than and it's from THC, which I want to preserve. So this in terms of the present market within Jamaica makes a huge dispensation or on the price margin. In temperature control, humidity rooms looks green, maintains color, pure in darkness. That could be higher as much as like 20-fold compared to cannabis, so you can buy the like pale brown looking cannabis for like, let's say, $50 Jamaica, which is $140 to $1 US. A gram of that for like $50, you get like your properly seedless cured flower. You will be looking to spend at least $1,500 to $1,000. But
Yeah.
it's for
Well,
consumer,
if you, if,
the difference.
if I may.
The taste, the experience is entirely different. Like you said,
it's a beer.
Excuse me.
It's happen exponentially in your climate because it's so hot. If you're and it's one of the no better, and it's in full sun, you're literally melting the dry things off the plant. Which really explains how why the cannabis, or a whole lot of the cannabis that I've experienced in Jamaica has made me so allergic. That makes a lot of sense. That's one of the benefits, I guess, of living in an environment where we have snow half the year, is that we're forced indoors. So everything gets done indoors. So it's good and bad in a way, though, because the regulatory market here, once it got legalized, it advanced illicit market had been, and in doing these things correctly, and it created an environment where the average Canadian cannabis consumer has very high expectations.
Marcel, can you guys give me a second, please? Excuse me. Are you guys hearing me at all? Are we not hearing me at all? Marcel.
Like straight nub, quick looking bud, good smell, so that has benefit and negative as you mentioned, because if you go into any dispensary within Jamaica.
What's up, guys? Excuse me. Sorry to break this up. Yeah, we had more technical problems. I've been trying to talk and you guys are not hearing because we're actually not coming out of this, we're coming out of somewhere else. It's been a great conversation. Would have liked it many times. I thought you were hearing me, but you were clearly not. But we're all on camera now, so everybody's seeing this. Yes, I don't. Anyways, it should have filtered through appropriately. I don't know why it did not, because it should have come through OBS. All right, great. Anyways, AC is missing somewhere once again. We're trying two ways and means to get her inside here, but I'm realizing I might have some more technical problems than I even thought that I did have. I do apologize for that. You guys are having a great conversation. I wish I could have been I could be a more active part of it. I've been missing quite a bit. But anyways, let's pick up. I'm gonna try to track down AC as well. In fact, carry on with the conversation. I'm gonna try to track it down because I don't, I feel weird having lost her somewhere in the ethers and so on and so forth. So forgive me. But carry on, please.
Yeah, you're right. It does have an adverse effect because the expectations are high, and producing at that quality level on commercial scale is almost challenging. And like what I would say, if you walk into any dispensary within Jamaica, menu is trying to mimic or resemble that of like a California menu or a Dutch menu. Everybody wants like cookies and that, sort of focusing on developing equatorial sativas that would make a significant difference based on the economic value that these equatorial sativas could bring, based on yield, based on just the difference in euphoria, which could have a total different marketing presentation. Because the terms, the flavonoids that these equatorial type plants produce are very different compared to the more modern type of gas
the fruits and citrus stuff, you know.
Yeah, and that's I think the angle that you guys should be taking, right? That's presenting something that really represents what the Jamaican climate can produce, right? That's the differentiator there.
Yeah, so when like you come to visit Jamaica, you should be looking to consume equatorial types of stuff, not the same stuff that you are accustomed to. You know, you want that difference. You know. Sure. You're welcome. You know.
God.
You're welcome to come and visit me at the university too. You know.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Which university do you teach at?
Of the West Indies.
I
Okay.
know. All right.
UE.
Oh, very
It's
cool.
the most prestigious university within the Caribbean, you know?
Yeah, I'm familiar. There's campuses in countries.
Yeah, campus is Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica.
Yeah, I've been to this as well. Like, going back to Jamaica. Beer company. And we're starting to see those starting to open up, and the products are starting to hit the market, and they're much better than what's coming out of the large-scale facilities. But I think what we're going to see eventually, or what's happening in Canada, is you're going to have a few large-scale product used as inputs for edibles and those sorts of things. Right. And then the dried flower is going to come from micro-cultivation facilities, because that's where the quality is going to come from, because those guys can actually pay attention to the individual plants and do things properly, right? You know as well as I do, you can grow for yield or you can grow for quality. You have to make a choice. The plants that you know, right? So the micro-cultivators are opting for quality over yield, and it's really being well received by the market so far.
All right. Okay, Mark. Are you?
And
No,
I
they're not
think
hearing me.
that one of the struggles was a lot of the people with money,
Wow.
the business people, had never grown cannabis before. And they
Yeah,
were-
and that's a very important point because even in the Jamaica, the legal market is dominated by like the socio-economic structure, like middle class and high income, and they have no previous knowledge of how cannabis,
and the scary thing is most of the knowledge of this with those growers that are probably most of them uneducated that have been growing for 30, 40, 50 years. You know?
And like I said, even where I sit as an academic, sometimes it's difficult because the people who have an education, so you are here from my cultivator has to be the best possible advice for the infrastructure that it would need to meet their demands, but they don't always go with what they say, and always try to, go around the corners and stuff,
All right.
and that kind of is so intricate, like you can't cut corners if you want to maintain cycles or maintain quality.
That's a good point. Excuse me.
Are
Are you guys hearing me now?
like, it's dedicated work, and you and I know it's 24/7. It's not
Mark,
like
Marcel, are you guys hearing me at all?
No, I just don't care if it's Christmas.
Wow.
Absolutely. That's really the point. And I think that there has been that lack of education amongst the business people, like you said, and then the wondering, how come you buy my product? How come products are around? How come I've heard so many executives say, well, it's weed, if it's too high, it'd be good. But that's the quality is clean. So there's big quality and small quality, right? There's testing that ensure that you're not going to harm yourself by ingesting it. And then there's even a first standpoint. This piece of it. There's a
aseptic quality. What you will say, that's what the consumers want to see, especially in pre-rolls, dry flower. They want to dominate by all sequester terpene better than want to taste that flavor. The roach, want to look at that color, that sort of thing, and as I said previously, with social media and what we have, the California.
Hi, are you guys seeing me? Okay. All right, here what? Another disastrous day. This is the end of the series. I'm gonna go to pre-recorded stuff from here on out. Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna contact you guys shortly. There was a glitch with the timing with what I started to broadcast from first, and I guess that kind of commandeered my mic. So when I jumped out of that room, it was as though I wasn't here. I don't know. I guess even though I don't know, I was because you guys weren't hearing me. So there was no. It just you guys were not hearing me at all. So I'm sitting here talking. The broadcast would have seen me, but not seen you guys. Would have seen me, heard me talk. It would have been kind of weird. Anyways, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, again, thanks a lot for you guys' time, man. I do. I'm gonna regroup, and I'm gonna just do like one-on-ones, I think, and we'll do because I do want to speak with you both. I do, Mark and Chris, want to talk about the workshops and stuff. We can talk about getting that together. I now am freeing up my time. I don't know what I'm gonna do this afternoon. Um, yeah. Because at this was to say everything canceled, and next week look out for the Ganja project, and we'll have highlights from whatever we have recorded and we put together between now and then. What's up? I'm not even hearing you. So
Goodbye.
yeah, I'm hearing you now. Yeah.
Welcome to New
One
Richmond.
second. Okay.
The Bluetooth device is ready to
All
pair.
my audio devices. So I didn't hear that. My entire audio system is completely screwed. Apparently, it's just a mess. This is what's going on. I don't know. All right, go ahead. Say something.
We just wanted to exchange email addresses. Right. I just put mine up there too, Michelle. All right, great. Thank you very much. Yeah, stay in touch, man. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah, back from you, Amari, okay?
What's up?
I'll wait to hear back from you in regards to following up on this.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you. I'll send you a message today. I mean, we can. Well, we can keep talking here if you want. If you have some more time, that's cool. If you can hear me, for some reason my entire audio system is screwed. I don't know what to say about that. And yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but yes, let's pick up. Marcel, thank you. I do. Let's do it. Let's talk about doing a one-on-one. You and I, so we can discuss the industry, your findings, all that kind of good stuff. So you can get that information out there as well. Um, so I'll be interested. Probably sometime between now and between now and the end of next week. So I'd like to put. Anyways, we have time for that. And Mark, yeah, I'll be in touch. I'll send you an email and let's try to connect. If not later, sometime before the end of the week or whatnot. We'll chat and Jesus, really. Oh,
It's okay. It's alright, man. This is good.
I can you what the fuck? Wow. Oh my goodness. All right, they're gone. Lord have mercy. And they're gone. I don't even know how they left. Anyways, all right. So that didn't work out. This is it. I'm done. Oh, there she is.